Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VoD review. Today we have a, I think, bronze Widow on console. I'm not sure if they're going to stay Widow, but we'll see how this goes. Before we start the VoD review, I just want to say if anybody likes my content or just wants to talk to me, join my Discord in the description down below. Follow me on Twitter, whatever, all that stuff. My Twitch will all be in the description. All that being said, let's just get right into the VoD review. Now, I don't like to recommend character swaps. I'm not going to tell you to play something different. I'm just going to say Widow on console, not very good. Widow with what's it called? Widow in bronze on console, probably not very good. So let's just see how it goes. First off, you don't have grapple. Did you waste it getting up there? And anyway. So you don't really want to waste grapple to engage and leave yourself in, like, how do I describe it? The enemy team they could see you, they could shoot you, whatever. You don't have your escape. Grapple, excuse me, should be used as an escape most of the time, or like you go for a jump shot and take that shot. You don't want to use it to move 4 steps forward. You know what I mean? It's a much more defensive ability than offensive. Well, how do I describe it? That's not true, because a lot of time you're grappling to get, what's it called? A lot of time you're gonna Widow grapple to get to a good vantage point. So I guess you consider that offensive. Also, you're asking for a lot of heals here, and you're running kind of away from your healers, and you're looking for health packs. So looking for health packs. You got the one in there. You should have a mini down here. Yeah, some over here. We're not really gonna go for this one, but you have health packs. In this rank, your healers are going to be bad. That's to be expected. Do not rely on heals at this rank. That should be an easy shot on the Orisa. Okay, so I really don't like recommending character swaps often. But you look unable to hit shots on the easiest targets in the game. A Frozen Genji, and Orisa walking in a straight ass line. Did I say Frozen Genji? And I think the Frozen McCree. Maybe both of them, I forgot. It's just, you're not going to get much value on this character if you can't hit shots. And then running it down like this. I understand you have a lot of picks, but you shouldn't be putting yourself in this unnecessary danger. You want to play from your range. I understand it's like a 6v3 or whatever, and I like the fact that you're getting aggressive on the 6v3. It's just the character you're doing it with and how you're doing it is not good.
Let's take the point.
You want to keep distances, Widow, not just full spray.
I'm on fire.
There's a ton of issues here. Good shot. Just keep range and go for, I guess, head level shots, and hopefully you'll hit some shots. So you fuck up grapples a lot. Luckily the Genji didn't go for you. Luckily you had the beat drop. Whoa, wait, okay. That wasn't your fault. 1 second. That was not your fault. The Genji's frozen. Let's point to this real quick. The Genji's frozen. You line up your headshot. Or at least a shot in general. And his fucking hitbox changes. Like, that's stupid as hell. I mean, obviously, you probably should have hit that shot, but still. The fact that happened is so dumb. Anyway. Playing way too close here. So, like, when you feel a little bit of pressure, you just fucking panic and hold both sticks, or you hold your left stick up and just jam your trigger down. That is terrible. You're not going to do real damage with Widow with your fucking, with just your SMG. That thing is, I'm not going to say useless, but it's pretty close to useless. You want to play at your range. What's your range? Far as hell. You want to outrange everybody. Well, you do outrange everybody on the team, so you want to keep a distance with the enemies. That's if you're playing Widow. Probably shouldn't have fast forwarded this much. Whoops. Alright, let's see. You know a fight's about to start, so popping sights is not a bad idea. I'll pop my sights here. Good lift. Take your time, line up your shot. Damn. You hear this McCree, I would start running away. Being close range against McCree, again, same issue. Being close range against a target who you outrange is going to get you killed a lot. Especially on Widow, a character who doesn't really have much to defend herself up close. Unless you had a nutty shot, which, no offense, let's be real, you're not going to be hitting many of those if you're bronze on console. It's just not, like, likely, you know?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
This is a good position. This is the kind of shit you want. This vantage point of where the fight is going down, this is great. If you can get things like these, that's great. Let me show you when, let's say there's a fight going on over here, you know, this general choke, there's a lot of cover. You could come over here and just peek over these boxes, and you could get good lines of sight into the enemy. So try to get these kinds of, these kind of angles. Not so much walk into the enemy team, you know. And wasting grapple like that's not good. Just walk, please, please, please. Use grapple when you are trying to get to a spot that is inaccessible. Not when you're trying to get to a spot that is literally 2 seconds ahead of you. Because right now you could have that high ground. You could be going for a much more aggressive play. But you're kind of just, you know, you're stuck on cart now. Just because you wasted that grapple. Now you have it again. So, positioning like this is... I don't like it because they have a Genji. And your team's not going to be able to help you. So if Genji dives you, you're automatically dead. You're not going to be able to beat him. And even if he just fucking hits one shuriken, melees you, one shuriken, melees you, one shuriken, melees you, he's going to outduel you. If he gets close. And you're not going to get any health because, you know, your team's far away. But if you're going to do something like this, pop sights, save your grapple to disengage. You got beat drop, so now you could kind of play a little more aggressive. But still. Like I said, if you separate against that Genji, he's going to dive you. Scoping in is bad because you have Genji on you. You know he's on you. He just attacked you. You're running away from him actively. You can hear him behind you the whole time. Do not scope in. What scoping in does is it makes you move much slower, so you're much easier to hit. Not a good idea. What would I have done differently there? Played farther away. Pop my sights maybe. You seem very, very afraid to use your ultimate, and that, like, it limits the amount of information you have. I could talk all this shit about, oh, I know where he is, I know where blah blah blah, and you shouldn't be doing this. So let me turn off player outlines, just so I'm on the same page as you. Just so I have the same amount of information as you. Actually, you have more. Because when you're on, what's it called? When you're in the game, you can see silhouettes of your teammates. When I turn the outline strength down, you can't see them. So these sights, useless. If you look at the kill feed, you know that really no one is alive. Your whole team is respawning. You don't really have many people engaged. It's like, what is this stuff? Actually, I lied. No, this is actually winnable. It's like a 4v something. This might be, those are good sights. I lied.
This will help. Cease your resistance.
You should win it off this. Yeah, you got it. All right. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. Let's just get right back into it. Like I was saying towards the end of that, the little section, I didn't realize what the fight was. I didn't realize you had such a big advantage, or the fight was equal, so those fights are actually really good. I just wish you were using them earlier in fights. Like, sure, your team was winning some fights without them. However, I think you're not going to win that many fights where you're not really doing much. Popping sights can either make your team do a lot better, or make you do something. Or, like, you know, help you do something, you know? So, try to pop sights towards the beginning of a 6v6 fight.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
So you have no clue what the enemy DPS are. No clue what the enemy tanks are. All they know is ball. And you're putting all its attention on ball. If the enemy has the Widow, they come here, they see you hard scoping that way, you're a free kill. Hanzo might kill you. Soldier might kill you. McCree might kill you. Hog gets close, might hook you. Ana, sleep ya. So you don't really know what the enemy team comp is. You shouldn't be hard scoping this hard and just taking all your attention away from the rest of the enemy team. Because if they're decent, they're going to kill you. However, you did do a... You got a kill, which is good. And I don't think you would have got that kill without your damage. So, I'm not going to say good job, because that wasn't a good job. But it wasn't the worst outcome. Good shots. You're low HP and you're peeking very aggressively. I don't like that. Be aware of your HP. You don't always have to peek out. If you're at 90 HP, 94 HP, whatever the fuck you're at, peeking for no reason is going to get you killed. Be aware of your HP. Realize that it's okay to separate sometimes. Go back to your team. Excuse me, separate from the action, you know. Go back to your team. Get some healing. No shame in that. That's absolutely okay. That grapple out of spawn, it's fine. Walk right past the health pack. There you go. So, real quick, here, instead of being on low ground, I'll be on high ground. And here's why. So you're down here. You can really only see that way and that way. If you get on high ground, everything opens up to you. And you have cover if you need it. You just, you know, fall back, fall behind here, fall behind here. Like, you have cover. And you get a really wide view of the actual fight. So you could easily click this McCree's head, click that soldier, probably in the body, and there you go. Additionally, you're farther from the battle that way. If you go here, you're closer to the battle. And like I said, when you're on Widow, you do not want to be close. You're not going to get value from up close.
What is that melody? Enemies in our orbit.
This is good. This is awesome. You're missing a shot. It's okay. It's whatever. The fact that you're not dropping onto the point ASAP to just fucking SMG the Lucio, really happy to see that. You waited for your team there. This makes me think you have potential. You have potential on other characters. Like, I feel like Soldier might be good for you. The way you play Widow is kind of how I kind of play Soldier. Or how some gold players might be playing Soldier. I think you could get value on him instead of Widow. Probably not going to hit the Valk. Just go for the McCree. Why do you go for the McCree? So you remember earlier I was telling you if you scope in, you have reduced movement speed, you're much easier to hit. Well, same thing with Deadeye. He has reduced movement speed, he's much easier to hit. He has a really big head hitbox. So he's an easy target. Same thing with Ana scoped in, you know, Widow, Ashe, whatever. Not really Hanzo, not so much Hanzo, but those characters are just named. When they're scoped in, they're easy targets. So same thing with that Deadeye. He should be your target at that point. Looks like you guys hold him here, judging by the time left in the video. Another waste of a grapple. And you go, oh, no. So, grappling up there, no real reason to do that. You could have just took the stairs. That adds 1 second. And then dropping directly to the point, not good. Obviously, this fight looks winnable. Looks pretty won. But you walking into the enemy tanks is just not a good look. Like I said, keep your distance. Just keep your distance. Because if that hog lands one hook and kills you, then you're fucked and you're not here for next fight. Like, there's no reason to take that risk, you know? Just keep your distance. Pop sites here. Might as well. There's about to be a fight. There's a fight about to happen, excuse me. Not a bad time to pop sites. Puts a lot of pressure on the enemies that are at the choke, and the enemy ball would be fucked because his team can't come support him. Same thing as earlier. Once you get HP here, I would, well, first off, your goal right here should be going for HP. Either ask your Honor for heals, go to the health pack, and then try to take this high ground. because you get a much better angle of where the fight is as opposed to playing on low grounds and putting yourself equal with the enemy team. The sights are okay. It's just I would have used them earlier in the video earlier in the game, because you're not really getting value out of these, you know? These aren't really good sights. But you guys win. So, let's talk about the three biggest issues I saw. Number one, playing from up close for no reason. You're on Widow. You don't need to play close. You always outrange enemies. Try to keep your range. Save your grapple for disengages. That's kind of, we'll call that number two. Save grapple for disengages mainly. Or for getting to a vantage point you can't reach otherwise. Don't use it just to be like a 3-second sprint and get to somewhere closer. Number three is your ultimates were really bad. Or your lack of ultimates were really bad. You seem really, really afraid to use them. And it's gonna fuck you. If you use them at the beginning of fights, your team just gets value from it, just overall. But you might be saving them for like the very last fight of the game, and instead of getting 4 ults per game, you get 1. Or per round, whatever. What was I gonna say? The one thing I do recommend you do, and normally I don't recommend this, but please play a different character. Widow is not great on console. Widow's not great in bronze. I suggest you play Soldier. You can get a lot more work done. With all that being said, that's going to be the end of the VOD review. If anybody has any questions, let me know in the comments. If anybody wants to join my Discord or watch me on Twitch, it's also in the description down below. With all that being said, I'm going to end here, guys. Peace.